Yo, what's up? Coding, I don't know if I'm gonna say it right. Is it coding Jesus or coding Jesus? Which one it is? Which one is it, bro? Welcome, bro. Coding Jesus. Let's go with Jesus. This project is actually a an AI assisted um, email protection, basically spam filter, but on steroids. And there are a lot of features that are going to be implemented. That's going to be crowdsourced. That means if you subscribe to the platform, and it's sort of like a hive mind type setup. So um, if you flag a an email as being a spam, everybody else gets alerted. So it's flagged for everybody else on the system. So it's no longer you doing the sort of like individual manual filtering, if something is not what you want into your inbox. So that's pretty much the premise of it. Of course, there's AI behind it. There's an LLM which I'll be training for the particular task. uh Tech stack. Let me show the tech stack real quick. Was the MVP? Right. So here's my tech stack. So TypeScript, React, okay, React Native, and with Expo for the mobile. So we're using GSAP for animation, Superbase for the backend, but right now it's not even connected to Superbase. I'm developing locally. Then I push um, to Superbase. TensorFlow for spam detection. So that is the tech stack, my friend. So what are you working on, man? What do you got? Yeah. So can you guys hear me? Because I'm not even sure if the audio is coming through. How's the audio, guys? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if the audio is good. Is it clear? Is it too low? Is it distorting? Amar, yes, we are live. So audio's okay. Oh, cool. Excellent. So, coding Jesus, that's good. So, you're a final year undergrad student, currently learning Next.js. That's pretty cool. So, you must be pretty well versed with the platform. Cool, awesome. So, is there anything in particular? What are you working on? Is there anything do you? I'm pretty sure there's some sort of project for your for your undergrad. Yeah. So right now I'm just running. Um, I just started the project actually. Not even. What is it now? About half an hour. So I just spun the server. Now I'm actually working on the web implementation. That's what you're looking at right now. And do, 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 do. I mean, under the hood, there's really nothing yet. You see, nothing's really connected to the back end. Settings page. I'm probably gonna do a sidebar here, some sort of sidebar, and Coding just I'm currently building an LMS course. Okay. Mern stack, TypeScript, Docker for local, yeah, to Dockerize your stuff. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, good luck, man. Yeah. And what are your plans? Do you plan to go the entrepreneurial route, or do you plan on just being a founder, a builder, to go and build stuff? Because it seems to be that's where everybody's going these days. How can I send a deployed link? I can't share due to, yeah, YouTube is just stupid. The best way to share the link is to the QR code is on the screen right now. The best way to share the link is to go on the Discord server and share it there. Okay. So if you haven't joined the server yet, do so, and do me a favor as well. Drop a like. All right, because we're trying to get to 500 subscribers real quick. And also, the more likes we have, the more engagement, and then the more YouTube's gonna push the stream to more people. So if you're coming into the stream, guys, yes, thank you very much. That's 3 likes, 35 views. That's pretty cool. And yeah, so quoting Jesus, just join the Discord, and then you can share the link there, and I'll check it out. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So here's the build, guys. So pretty much standard. So what I'm gonna do now is for the dashboard, I'm gonna have to create a sidebar. So let's do this for my cool. Yeah, awesome. Let me get into the Discord right now. Definitely, and I'll take some time to go over it, check it out for you, review it for you, and see what's up. So Coach Jesus, so you haven't answered me. So what are your plans once you graduate? Are you gonna be looking for work, or are you gonna start building stuff and with your own startup? What are your plans? Okay, that's pretty good. So two offers. That's yeah, it's promising. Yeah, definitely. And get as much work experience as you can, and eventually, if you want to go the founder route, the entrepreneur route, then start building on your spare time, because it's never It's never a bad idea to just to to build your own stuff. Okay, one for on campus offer and another one for membership at startup. Yeah, internship. Sorry, for internship at startup. Yeah, these are all good options. You know, and of course on campus, it's good because you're surrounded by academia and you have access to professors and top students and whatnot. Eh, But at a startup, what also you have is real world experience. You know, the day to day operations and basically hands on knowledge. Not that you can't get it on campus, but a startup has a little bit more, I guess, reality to it, more realness to it. Because now you're in the real world. You're no longer in academia. You know what I mean? But those are both good options. You got to weigh the pros and the cons, see what works best for you, right? Okay, Discord, where you're at. Project Showcase. Yep, there you are. Okay. Right, I see the avatar. So it is coding Jesus. It's not Jesus. That's cool. Okay, live link, and then there's the GitHub. Okay, you want Vercel. Nice. Explore course. Okay, what do we have here? Seed database. Okay. At Gmail. Explore courses. Okay, we have a question. Amar, when did I start YouTube? Geez, this particular channel, I believe, I'm not quite sure because it's actually an old channel that I kind of revived. But with this particular format, I believe it started in I started in November, October or November last year. Dashboard. Discover quality course design to help you. Okay. DeepSeek or ChatGPT free? Um, what is the question? Which one that I'm using? Is that what your question is? Are you asking me, am I using DeepSeek or ChatGPT free? Okay. All right, who do we have here? Under Up Gaming. Welcome, Under Up Gaming. Guys, remember, when you come into the chat, just drop your boy a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers real quick, all right? So I can bring you guys more content. Be much appreciated. This particular startup at Under Up Gaming, this startup is a spam filter, AI powered spam filter that will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. But it has a crowdsourcing component where when you flag something as being spammy, everybody who uses the app will have that basically that hook that allows that now notifies you that okay, this there's a spam. So it's added to a global list that will be able to actually push that filter to every user. So I hope that makes sense. So with the help of AI, it's a lot easier to do this now, because now you're able to crowdsource um, the filter. Also, there's going to be a human in the loop as well. So, in case of false positives, of false negatives, so we'll be able to again review if you've been flagged uh, by accident. If you've been flagged as being a spam, then we could escalate to a human in the loop to fix the issue. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Manage courses section. Yeah, I'm actually there right now. I see complete English speaking course, backend JavaScript. All right, cool. No, that's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Dashboard. All right, the dashboard is kind of buggy, my man. Dashboard is kind of buggy, and okay, I see that. Payment history, enrollments, performance. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, let me check out your Discord repo. Okay. Your GitHub repo. You don't have a README file, my guy. Where's your Where's your README file? Yeah, cool. Yeah, good stuff. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. So what Coding Jesus, what are your plans for this project? What's it about? Are you going to release it commercially, or is just a school project? Please remove the from the header, and as well as a title. Make the header sticky and add theme toggle next to the notification bell. Right. Coding Jesus. Suggestions. Um, I'd have to actually look at it again, and what I'll do is I'll leave some suggestions for you and the Discord, because since I'm live now and I can't really just go in, but so far, yeah, what I'm seeing, it's pretty good. Basically, it's like a standard sort of course layout with with the sidebar, with with the modules, and you got the metrics. You pretty much covered everything. So uh, good stuff. Just right now, just I don't know what kind of feature you wanna implement. If you want to implement like sort of like an AI sort of feature to it, that would be one suggestion um, that I could make. But other than that, it's no, it's good. It's good, man. Good stuff. So as you guys can see, I'm working on the dashboard right now for Guardian Inbox, and well, the dark theme is not well implemented at all, because right now we have some light theme elements in the dark theme. Okay, light theme is fine, but I want some guidance how to use AI in full stack projects, from where to start, etc. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, right? For um, for this sort of implementation, you'd have to write a a feature list, for instance, right? Um, it's basically a language platform, right? You can learn languages. Or what the AI, how you can implement AI is basically to have the AI create a path, uh, a lesson plan, and the AI will analyze the the students' progress, right? The AI will analyze students' progress and then suggest the next lesson. So it won't necessarily rely on the student to click right next and because you could drip the lessons, right? So lesson drip, that means none of the other lessons will be accessible to the students until you complete the current level. So if you incorporate AI in that, it'll be even more, I guess, it'll be even more precise. If you incorporate AI in the chain and the drip chain, as far as now, what that procedure would be, I have to look at your code and see what exactly is going on, so I can. I know it's Next.js, right? So one thing you can start to look at TensorFlow JS, right? Look at TensorFlow and do a little bit of reading. And if you don't want to do a whole bunch of reading, you can ask um, an AI, an LLM. You can ask ChatGPT or Perplexity or Manus AI if you have access, or any of these, Claude, Gemini. You can ask any of them, and they'll be able to guide you. Just ask them, "This is my project. This is what I need to do. How do I incorporate AI to govern the drip feature of the course and the lesson path?" Okay. And just in plain English, just write it. How This is my project, da, 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 this is my stack, this is the concept. If you have the roadmap of the project, even better, with your tech stack, input that into the AI and ask the AI, "This is my project, and I want to incorporate AI to guide the student through the lesson path." Okay. And then it will also govern the drip feature. Drip feature, that means in any course platform, you could either have the entire course open. That means now the students can jump back and forth between lessons. Or if you drip, DRIP, right? Drip. If you drip the lessons, that means the it'll kind of like when a little drip of water, you one drop at a time. So that's what it means. So then you can release the lessons as the student progresses. That way the student is not overwhelmed and not jumping from lesson 1 to lesson 10 to lesson 5, and you know then it kind of defeats the purpose. So that's what I would recommend. So coding Jesus, I hope that answers your question. And if you have any more questions, I'm right here, so go ahead, shoot. And guys, we're only at 4 likes. What's going on? All right, if you come into the chat, if you come into the stream, guys, just do me a favor. All right, just drop a like. We have 88 views with only 4 likes, so it would be so cool. Thank you very much. We have another like. That's 5 likes. That is awesome, guys. On the road to 500 subscribers, because I want to bring you guys some really good sauce. Some really good stuff about AI, vibe coding, LLMs, anything in between. You know what I mean? So if you get any value out of the stream, just drop a like. If you want to come back and stay in the loop, hey, just subscribe to the channel. The Discord server is up, and right now it's wide open. If you want to talk to me, you can actually come and talk to me. Um, just FYI, if you talk to me, then your voice will be on the stream as well, because Discord is routed to the stream, so you'll be heard over the stream. So just a FYI. Okay, and let's continue. So cool. We have 10 concurrent viewers right now, 91 views total. We have 5 likes. Let's go, guys. Give us 10 likes. Let us go. And subscribe to the channel. All right. Coding Jesus says, "Where are you from? And what is your qualification or something? Where are you working? Where are you working right now?" Where I am from? Okay, I'm from America originally, but I'm not in America at the moment. I'm traveling. Okay, I'm somewhere in Africa at the moment. All right, And where am I working from right now? I'm actually working from my lair, my HQ. My camera is not up today. I would have given you a peek of behind the scenes of what the setup looks like, but I got a pretty sweet setup, and I'm basically building my startup and share information. And so that's what it's all about, right? So if you need information, I can, I with the little knowledge that I have, I can share it with somebody that could eventually help you in your journey, whether you're building, whether you're researching, whether you're getting started. Yeah, I mean, we can all learn from each other, right? That's what it's all about. And what about you, Quoting Jesus? Where you from? Where are you right now? That is awesome. We have 6 likes, 96 views. Harsh Kumar, can you please tell me a little bit about the project? I just joined the live. Just a quick revision, please, if possible. Yes, definitely, Harsh. Oh, cool. So, Coding Jesus is from India, Punjab. I haven't been to Punjab yet. I've been to Pune, I've been to Calcutta, and I've been to Goa and Delhi and Mumbai. Beautiful place. The food amazing. All right. Except the drivers are crazy over there. Everybody's always beeping their horns nonstop. Beep 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 beep. It drove me crazy. I don't know if if you know what I'm talking about, but lay off the horns in the car, guys. Just beep, 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 nonstop. That is crazy. All right, cool. So, Harsh Kumar, a little bit of the project overview. It's um, it's a spam filter on steroids. It's an AI powered spam filter that will allow you, the user, to participate in the filter process. Is basically crowdsourcing but assisted by AI. If you receive a spam email, the minute you tag it as being spam, you flag it, everybody else who uses the platform will be updated. So that email is flagged for you, but it's flagged for everyone. Okay. And then of course, there's going to be a human in the loop. If for by any chance anybody were to be flagged wrong, let's say you're not a spammer, but you were flagged the wrong way, but you could also get a human in the loop to review the situation and remove you from the blacklist and whitelist you. So it's crowdsourcing with AI assisted spam filter for your inbox. It will automatically delete your spam or put it in a special folder for you to review later. Which, of course, people are going to say, well, Google already does that, but it's not the same thing at all. Now, if I receive spam and I flag it as spam, I'm the only one only flagging it as spam. But with this platform, if one person flag it as spam, everybody knows that it's spam. So it'll never get to your inbox. So it'll get killed before it gets into your inbox. So that is the rundown, Harsh Kumar. I hope that answers your question. And if you haven't done so, Harsh Kumar, give us a like and subscribe to the channel, brother. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Let's go. Let's do this. Uh, yeah, right, right. Coding Jesus is crazy. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced it. Why have you been in Mumbai for work or for something else? It was for work actually. I was in Mumbai. Oh, actually, most of the places I've been was mostly for work, except Goa was a little bit of work and hang out also because you can't go to Goa and not go to the beach. Goa is beautiful. For I had a team of developers um, that I was working on a game, in a 3D game. It was a fighting game. It was a Muay Thai game. So I had a team in India that was actually working on the project for me. And of course, the project kind of stalled and lost a lot of money because it was way too. This is before AI, so things were way too slow, and we ended up wasting a lot of time and resources. So I pulled the plug in the project. So lost a lot of money on the project. So that was I had a team in Kolkata as well. I had a team in Pune before that. And but for Pune, we were doing 2D games, like crappy little games for not even smartphones, for Nokia phones, Motorola, that type of stuff, like Snake games, that type of stuff. Yeah, but in India is cool, man. Yeah, guys. So what do we have here? What's the subscriber count? We're at 273. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 6 likes. That's pretty good. 105 views. We need 10 likes, guys. Let's go, let's go. Anyway, I'm here. If you have any questions, jump on the Discord and hit your boy up. Let's go. Be right back. Yeah. Harsh Kumar, you're welcome, brother. Yep. So we got 7 viewers right now, guys. Drop likes as soon as you come into the stream. If you enjoy what you're hearing, what you're seeing, hit the like button and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right. So, Coding Jesus says nowadays, how much AI is used in companies in hold end to end? Okay, as a whole end to end development flow. Which part of is replaced by AI? Which parts are replaced by AI? I need to know. Code reviews are now done by AI in companies. What else? Okay. There are so many things that are being done by AI nowadays, according to Jesus. I'm going to call you CJ. Okay. So, CJ, a lot of things, not just code review. A lot of companies now, the initial sort of like, um, I guess you could call it scaffolding, or the initial structure. A lot of it is being done by AI, right? Because to write 10,000 lines of code, how long would it take you to do that? Well, AI could literally do it in literally minutes, okay? So a lot of it is being done. The initial, let's say you have a feature that you want to implement into an existing platform or app. AI can literally spin 10,000 codes within a couple of hours. 10,000 lines of code rather, within a couple of hours. Then it's passed on to a junior developer, maybe a senior developer, to oversee what exactly is being, the quality of the code. So that's being done as well, not just the testing and the other stuff on the back end. That's being done right now. A lot of companies are actually utilizing that method. So it's not just code review or testing and stuff like that. You have throughout the whole chain. Of course, a lot of companies use these features or use AI at different capacity. What percentage? I don't really know. I can't really tell you, but I know it's a pretty good percentage how they incorporate AI into the workflow, which in turn maximizes their human coders. You maximize their time. They don't have to spend a lot of time doing the menial task of doing the initial coding. AI is doing that. Then in the middle part of it, a human in the loop gets involved to review the code to make sure the code is has quality. Then when it comes to doing other things like review testing, set up testing environments, then that's all done by AI. And the more you know about this, the more you start practicing this right now, the better chance you have at being at the at the front of the class, so to speak. You got to be ahead of the game, because if you lag behind, then you're going to be playing catch up. Now's the time to get involved. And for a lot of people who tell you AI is going to replace humans, nah, AI is going to replace humans who refuse to embrace AI to be part of the ecosystem. AI is just another tool to help you to be more productive, so you can focus on creating. You could focus on critical thinking, doing things, because AI doesn't think on its own. It needs to be prompted. Then it spits out whatever, relevant information that you prompted for. So that's what you got to look at. All right. CJ San Andreas. Yes. Okay. Harsh Kumar, can you tell us anything about your previous projects? Yes. My previous projects, which are many, right? And see, a lot of them were done pre AI. Okay. For instance, there's I had a game development agency, which I had a team in Pune that was coding. We basically did 2D games, which it didn't do that well, but it wasn't $1 million startup. It was just something really small, and we did some 2D games stuff for Diwali. We did some stuff for sort of like sports games, really stupid little games like Snake or Space Invaders, that type of stuff. So that was a project that I basically put together, funded. It was all bootstrap. And the second project was the it was a fitness platform that, of course, now is no longer in service, but I'm thinking of bringing it back now with AI assisted, right? And the other project was another game company that we did 3D games. We did a fighting game. It was a Muay Thai game. I ended up scrapping that project as well. And here's the thing, an entrepreneur journey is fraught with ups and downs. You win some, you lose some. You make some money, you lose some money. And if you look at on the internet right now, you'll see a lot of guys just boasting about, well, we're making $10,000 a month, we're making $1 million a month. Yes, anybody could say that, but the proof is always there. Uh, where's the proof? I didn't make $1 million during my projects. In fact, I lost a lot of money. I spent a lot of money and I lost a lot of money. So these were the main three projects, but also I dealt in hardware as well. And I was, for the longest time, an IT consultant. So I had an IT firm where I consulted with multinational companies and build platforms for them, servers. We dealt mostly in Linux. So we build networks, Cat 5, Cat 6, uh, different infrastructures, that's stuff like that. So these were more on the hardware side, and then server, sysadmin, system design, that type of stuff. And for this new startup now is basically sort of like a rebirth, right? A rebirth of ideas powered by AI. And AI and I was so powerful, so now it allows me to do so many things that I couldn't do without a team before. Now I can actually build without a team. And I've built over 20 projects. I built 25 projects. I started last year in November. I've built 25 projects with 20 of them in MVP status that I could demo right now, that I can basically sell or deploy myself. So my new startup is not just one project, right? It's an it's a cache of projects, of 20 plus projects that I'm going to sell some and I'm going to deploy some myself. So I hope that answers your question, Harsh Kumar. All right, cool. So CJ says, da, 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 da. Okay, CJ. Let me read CJ's comment. Okay, CJ says, in a let's say US based company, how's the interview look? Like in India, companies are more focused on core basics. What kind of interview culture US or remote job? Yeah, the for US based um, jobs, it's getting increasingly more and more difficult because of the current administration. So I wouldn't even I wouldn't even look at that right now. If I were you, I would try to get a job either in India or somewhere in Europe, right? Whether it's the UK or Australia. That's if they're, if the market is open for that. I'm not quite sure. But the interview process is quite lengthy. And the interview process is basically, it's not so much focused on academia. It focuses more on problem solving. So it may look something like this. Let's say you apply. There's a pre-selection process, right? Once you get pre-selected, then you get thrown into a pile. And once you get thrown into that pile, you might, and it's not done yet. You might get an interview or you might not. It depends on how you stack up against the other candidates. So now the other candidates will they'll look at your CVs, your work experience, your extracurricular activities, which is why it's important for you to start building now. Build a portfolio because they'll look at that as well. So if you have a Discord server, if you have a GitHub repo, you know what I mean. So that will come into play. So build a portfolio. If you have a website, also that'll come into play. Now, once all that is tabulated and they understand where what at what stage you are in your development journey, then you will get an interview, and it might be something like, okay, here's a problem, here's a code, fix it, right? Or here's a feature, here's an app, we need to implement this feature, how would you approach it? And then that'll be your test. So it's not so much academic. They'll see your troubleshooting skills, right? They'll see your reasoning skills, and then how you deal under pressure, and how you navigate, problems. How do you solve problems? So that's how the process goes. And I'm sure there are a lot of courses out there you could take, guys who prepare guys for these sorts of interviews. So you can find them on YouTube. There are guys who have passed the interviews, and then now they teach guys who wants to go that route. So that's what you got to look out for. Yeah, I'd love to, man. CJ, I'd love to come to Punjab at some point, but so far there's no plan right now for that. But definitely, because I know you in the Discord server now. You in the Discord, so if uh, if I make it to Punjab, definitely I'm gonna say, hey, CJ, I am here. Let's go. Show me the town. All right. All good. All right. So now the sidebar. Wait. Perfect, updated the sidebar component and make it sticky. No, the sidebar is still not sticky. Right. Awesome. So we have 7 likes, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give us 10 likes, guys. Let's go. And subscriber count. Let me check the subscriber count right now. Hey, all right. Okay, CJ. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. And drop by anytime. Have a good day, brother. Take care. Bye bye. Right. So 273 subscribers, 7 likes. Let's go, guys. Give us 10 likes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right. And so now I'm just basically troubleshooting a couple of things here. Um we have right, okay, we have a couple of errors here. What's happening? Page. Right. So what are you guys looking at right now? What you're looking at is basically Guardian Inbox. It's the AI powered email protection. And what it does essentially is manage your inbox for you. Keep it clean and spam free. So what happens once it detects a threat, right? It's there's a database where this threat is collected, and also what it does is, I mean, you've seen there's a lot of businesses out there selling email lists. So once that email list is ingested by our platform, by our AI, what it does is now it creates a knowledge base. Okay, and those providers, we know where they're coming from, their IP address. We look at the header, we look at certain. The AI will analyze all that within a microsecond. Then it'll realize, okay, this is spammy, and it'll create a database, a knowledge base for that. Now, once a user that uses um, Guardian Inbox flags an email as spam, everybody else on the platform now knows that particular provider is spammy. So the current implementation for such systems, for instance, in Gmail, once you flag an email as a spam, that means you are the only one who's flagging it as spam. It doesn't affect anybody else. But now, once you flag with this platform, with our platform, once you flag it as spam, the whole system knows. It's like hive mind. So the entire user base now has access to that filter. So you know that this will never reach you. Once one person flag it, of course, there's going to be a human in the loop where we can do things manually. If you want to contest that you were basically blocked by mistake or inadvertently flagged as spam, but you're not spammy, of course, now there's a human in the loop that will review the case and then whitelist you. But if you are a spammer, well, there you go. You're busted. So that is Guardian Inbox for you. So this is pretty much the preliminary development. So we're trying to get it to a point where we can get some users and get some feedback and get it to work. So I'm going to be training an LLM for that to make sure that it's fine tuned. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, but we need to spend some time to train the AI to recognize all the parameters that will allow it to flag something as spam or not spam. And we are here. So, you have any questions? Just hit me up, hit your boy up. And remember, the Discord server is open. If you want to talk to me, just jump in and talk to me. All right. All right. Okay. What are we looking at? Okay, I got a few issues right now that I need to fix. See, the sidebar scrolls. So we need to fix that. Because sidebar should always be sticky. We don't want to scroll. We don't want the sidebar to scroll. All right. So here we are. Perplexity, Guardian. All right. Let's get rid of that. Save. Right, there's a couple of issues right now. As you can see, this logo in the header That's redundant, so it shouldn't be there. So what we're trying to do now is basically move the sidebar so it covers the header here, right? So it's above the header, therefore we'll have the actual logo right here on the sidebar. And the header needs to be sticky as well. So this is what I'm working on right now. So the server is still running beautifully, no issues, no crashes, whatnot. All right. So we actually got the dashboard set up. It is so this is the brains of the operations, right? So here, this is where we have the AI model management, where we'll train the model to understand the parameters that we want the AI to go by when it flags an email as spam or as safe. So here will be the brains of the operations where we could train different models, right? So as you can see, AI model status, accuracy, of course, we want to be as high as possible. Training data, 6 emails, block list, size 7, and right now it's active. Of course, this is just mock data. Okay, it's not connected to the back end yet. So model performance metrics, what will be measured precision, because we want to keep it in the 95 plus percentile. Of course, 100% would be best, but nothing's perfect, right? Recall, okay, F1 score, false positive, because we want to keep it, below 1%, ideally. But then again, that'll be achieved over time because in order for the LLM, for the AI to be really accurate, it has to have the right data set. It has to be trained adequately to understand what exactly are the parameters that it needs to observe, right? So yeah, block list. This is where now we'll be able to block the culprits, the perps. So here, this is where our block list sources will be displayed. Spamhaus, malware domain list, fish tank, and SURBL, Serble. Yeah. All right. So that is that. Threats. Look at the threats. Okay, threats page hasn't been done yet. Activity log. I haven't done that yet. User management, not yet. That's coming up. Reports, coming up. And the setting page has been done. Here's the settings page. Of course, it's going to be more extensive than this. This is just a skeleton. Here we have security settings, real-time protection, of course, advanced threat detection, quarantine suspicious emails, right, for further review, email alerts, push notification, weekly reports, all that you can toggle on or off. Account settings, of course. And data management, you could export your data, clear cache, and reset settings. And this is pretty much the overview of Guardian Inbox. Here's a light theme. Of course, I prefer a dark theme any day. What about you guys? What do you prefer, light theme or dark theme? Yeah, this hasn't been done yet. So view all activity, and that'll take you to the activity page. So here, of course, you have the spam block. How many, within the last 24 hours, how many spam have you blocked? Right. 7 days. Global block list. Okay, that'll be displayed here. Okay, detection accuracy. All right, it'll be displayed right here. And what else do we have? Yes, email protection. So this is real-time scanning. Okay, active. Last scan, it'll tell you 2 minutes ago. So that'll be adjustable, of course. Threats blocked. 47 today. So daily block, right? Protection level. Again, you'll be able to dial it in. You want, of course, you want maximum, right? But for any reason that you don't want maximum, you could dial it back, right, to medium or light or whatnot. Okay. So spam analytics. Okay, detection rate, false positive, average response time, and so on. Right. Spam detection trends. Okay. This is your weekly review, monthly, month overview, week overview. Okay. Threat categories: phishing, spam, malware, suspicious links. It'll all be here. So performance metrics 99.2. This is uptime, of course, average processing time. So we want to be as real time as possible. So 0.28 milliseconds. So this is 0.28 seconds. 0.28 seconds. Okay, so 28 milliseconds. That's pretty good. 1.2 million emails processed this month. Of course, the more we run the program, the more it'll process. Yes, and email queue. There we go. So here you'll be able to see what the threats are. And here you could either allow or block, right? So this is pretty sweet. That whole process could be automated as well, okay? So that whole process will be automated as well. So you have the option to, again, human in the loop, or have it on autopilot. So once it's on autopilot, things will either be deleted immediately, or if you want to be a little bit more cautious, you could just dump it into a separate folder or for further review, right? In case of false false positives. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm not going to be here much longer, probably another 5 minutes or so. So I just wanted to do a little bit of an overview of this project. Right. So check it out. Questions, Discord's wide open. So drop in and ask any questions. So I'm still here. All right, boys and girls, we're calling it a day right now. So I will be back on in a few hours. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the Discord or in the comment section. All right. So this is Guardian Inbox. That was an overview, quick build. It was literally built within half an hour, actually 40 minutes. So stay tuned. I'll be back later.